Hello, hello. Spev Code. It's time to play and have some fun. I hope you have all kinds of pieces from your stash. Just let me get my computer up beside me. And you know I absolutely love when you come in and say hello, so I know who is there. Excuse me. I see one person is popping in. We'll just wait. I always come on just a little bit early to give everybody a chance to pop in. Oh my gosh, Debbie's checking in and she has snow. Well, it's been cold and my furnace is running, but we have no snow. We'll give everybody a few minutes here. As you can see, I always play ahead of class so that I can share a few things. So I definitely have things that go in square and also your 5x7. And I did do, where is it? Now, as you can see, this one looks a different size, and it is. This is where I was playing so I could tell you different things, because this is kind of cute, and it was okay on here also. But this one, the tips are too big. So I went from the 1 1/4 inch square to the 2 inch. So I am saying the 2 inch are too big. So don't even worry about going 2 inches. That's way too big. I also went with a repeat color on this one. This one was 4 different. This has the repeat. So I went dark, light, dark print, dark, light, dark, light. So when you're picking your papers, just have fun choosing different things. So right now, we will put that aside. And it talked about 5.5 by 5.5, which my card base is that. And this other one, I think, is the 5x7. So I have one of each here. So if you go with the smaller and accent and then trim down below, or if you fill the full square on this one. Now, the ones I chose for right now are these combo, and some of them are from Simple Stories Vintage Country Harvest, and then an odd one from some Easter paper, because I didn't have enough prints. I want to try and do the background on this one, so set that aside. And then I still, whoops, there we go. We still have colors, and this is where this is light, medium print, and this is quite solid. I like that it's quite solid. But this is where we might go. Sometimes it's nice to put them in order. So we'll kind of float. And from here to here, just going to try one other way. Because this would float into that one. So that way, or this way. I think I'll go that way. And from Yeah, so from dark to light, dark to dark to dark. Yeah, that'll work. I think that'll be the combo that I'll go. And this is where I always know. See, this one's a little bit different. I'm not sure I love that. I might change my mind. But for now then, now, this is where it tells you to do a background piece, 3 3/4. Well, 3 3/4 is way smaller. In fact, this is 3 3/4, and it's just a bit bigger than this. So if you want to design the way I did this one and have lots more base behind, then I would say going with a 3 3/4 base. I'm also saying that your base could be anything later, okay? And this is where this one might be fine. And if you're not sure, I'm going a bit bigger. Like, I just don't like that I don't want as much white on my card. So this is where you'll have to decide. But I definitely think, let me get my ruler. This is where I said, learn to play with things. This is what you would end up with. Like, is 3 3/4. Oh, I even cut it. I had it a little bit crooked. So this one was too close, and I took a smidge off the other side. So I'm saying, even if I go wider, see, I'm already at 4 1/4 on this one. So if you want to try 4 1/4, or even you want less, see, 4 1/2, I think a 4 1/2 inch square in the background would be fine. The other thing, if you think you want to have white and then a background, and I'm not sure, so I'm going to try 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. Hi, Liz. I'm going to try 4 1/2 by 4 1/2 because I like the bigger background. And I'm not sure on this color yet till I see it. So I am going to put see, that's not even solid white. Let's just go for it. I'm going to use this one. Okay, so here are my 4 colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm going to start with my small pieces and work to my bigger ones. And then if I have to repeat something somewhere, we can do that. Now, this is where, if you want to try the 1 1/4, you need 4 different ones. And it says to have 2 dark and 2 lighter. I am going, 2 is too big, and one 1/4's there. That's too big. So from 1 1/4 to too big, I'm going to try 1 1/2. Now you can decide whatever you like, because at this point, the squares just have to be the same. And that's why I said you have to just play with these. Once I did my first one, I wasn't quite as pleased. And you need, I always cut 2 at a time because I've been coming back and making more. So that was my first color. My second color, I'm going to come in at 1 1/2. Oh, don't let it go crooked on you. I'm out of the screen a little bit below you. I'm just cutting 1 1/2. Oops. That one slipped. Yeah, let me slide my board a bit. I'm sliding everything so you can see better. There we go. Okay. I'm going to try this print next. And like I said, the main one said 1 1/4, and I found it awful tiny. So I've jumped to 1 1/2 to do these and see what happens. I think, like I said, I want you to be able to adjust for anything you're working with. And like I said, I tried the 2-inch, and that went way too big. I'm still going to use it to make a card. Like I said, I'm making 2 of each. And here's my last one. Oh, I have to be careful. That's got the edge on it. This is my fabulous Simple Stories color vibe that's plain on one side and dotted on the other. It is cool. I am really enjoying the color combination, and it gives you the options. The paper has fabulous texture, and it also is a nice weight. It has been great to work with. Oh, Alicia's saying hello. Who else is in? I haven't been able to follow exactly. Yeah, so Liz and Debbie, Alicia, somebody's hiding in the background there somewhere. And like I said, I've been doing these in 2s because I've been coming back if I like the combo. Okay, now lay them aside. Now, it says to fold everything in half and cut diagonally. Rather than trying to cut in my paper trimmer, I've been folding and using my scissors only because of the fuzzies I get going. It's just as easy to fold. Oh, see, that one's a little crooked. There we go. Fold all your fun squares. I changed it up a bit today, just to do something a little bit different. So it's not so much that the card base is all over the place. It's taking some of your paper trims, because if you take a look at these that are only 1.5 inches, you definitely can dig into stash and make all kinds of absolutely fabulous things. I think I like what I'm seeing. You don't know till you put it together, though, because I did one and I wasn't sure about it. So now what it says is, this here is not the 3 3/4, but what it's telling you to do is to find your center and your center, and to put a lightly, what I found, it said lightly mark with a pencil, but I found it was just as easy if you can put a very, very faint score line. Just don't overdo it. So mine is 1 Mine is actually, it's like this is where yours, if you're doing 3 3/4, then you would find the center at 1 5/8. I have 5 1/4, so that actually is, okay, so that makes it 2 1/2, 2 5/8. Let me just check, 2 5. And let me check this one. I just turn it around. 2 5/8 is right. So if you're working with 5 1/4, it's 2 5/8. So just find your halfway. See, that's not overscoring. You can't even see it on the back. And all I see is a slight mark. And I think that's absolutely a quick and easy way to do it. Now, I'm going to tell you, get your pieces in order. I put little red marks because you have to find where the red is. The square has to be, it just switches. The square is moving all the way around. So I found it was easier to start. I'm going to start here. And it shows the square going this way. The piece is straight up and down, and there's your square. So on number 1. So only take a visual and check where the straight line's going. And the visual shows the square where I put the red mark. So you have to go slow. And if you follow the pattern and start gluing things, just be careful, one piece at a time, because it is easy to try and put them beside each other and they get a little bit out of sync. So I'm just going to use my Fabulous Berry Art Glue. I love it. And it gets right into those corners. So my square shows here bottom and side. And it shows there's the point in the center. And it goes up and down the line. And there is my first square. See, that's not square, and this isn't square. There is your only square side. So I marked it on this sheet. And then see that you can follow that main line. So we did lines going through, or pencil, or with scoring. Okay, my next color, it shows the square over this way, up and over. So we now are going to go up and over. So figure them out, get the glue, and then come back in. These are not hard. It's just a case of following a pattern and knowing what size goes and how to trim them and finish them up. And like I said, this is one for sure that is, okay, so what did I say? Up and over. So from the center, I'm lining up the bottom of the square and the side. Whoops, they slide easy. Bring it in tight, up and over. That was the second one. And now I'm going to grab my third. So light, dark, oops. Which one do I want? Just give me a sec. Yeah, I want to go light, dark. I got those two mixed up in my cutting. But that's okay. Just figure it out. When you go to put them down, if your light darks don't look right, you can switch them before we get going here. Okay, on this one, it shows the square is across and up. So across and up. So I got to go way around this way. And you're lining up on that line from the center on this one. I'm going to slide it just a little. There we go. Okay, now the next one, the square is here and here. So it's going this way. Like I said, go one at a time. Don't go fast. Just take your time, figure it out, follow the pictures. I hadn't done one in a while, so I did a sample this morning just to remind myself of what I had to look for and what we had to do. See, across and down. Now we're ready to start over again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this one, it shows the alignment way around the other way. Here and out. So there's your side corner. You have to have your square corner going the other way now. Just go slow. Like I said, this one is not hard. Actually, I have a couple other ones that are really cool. But you just have to make sure, it's like doing a puzzle. Sometimes it's close, but not quite right. Okay, so straight out from here. Okay, there's my square. Okay, next one. The next square is this way, down and over. If you have to, just put them over to the picture so you can see where things are going. Can't see who's all popping in. We got a few more people. Oh, there's Shelley. Good to see ya. You'll be able to grab pieces for this one, Shelley, and make it. It really is a fun one. Okay, down and over. Go to the center. This time our square goes this way and across. That was the easiest way I could think to explain it, was find your square corners. Make sure they are the correct ones, and then things to go together. Now this one, it goes down this way and up. Well, thank you. These colors did look fun. I'm down to some nitty-gritty pieces, and it just shows you when you just have little pieces like that. Okay, now this one goes this way, out and up. Don't question yourself. Take a look and just go for it. Okay, I got to move this there. I had to lift it up so I could see my line to the center. See, I cut that one a little crooked, so I have a little edge there. And this last one should go this way, across and up. So we have Mary. I haven't. Yes. That's what I said, Shelley. Some of these pieces are just so tiny. So other than your background and your base, you can have some fun with some pieces. Get all your pieces together. Okay, and this one was up and over this way. So bring it in. There we go. And see how much, I'm just going to bring my other one in again. I just keep, for those that came late, this is the original sizing when it was 1 1/4. This one I upped to 1 1/2. It just, instead of having this on top of that with this and this on a big card, or I tried 2 inches and it goes all the way to the edge, so it was too big. So it actually looked fine. I will make it. I just cut off the tips. So I went as large as the card for the back base. And I'm just saying, you can make these different sizes and have fun. I think it would be fun to do that. I wanted you to know this is just changing it up. Of course, I keep telling you, change it up, have fun. And don't be afraid to change the sizes and what you're doing. Now, I'm also going to bring to your attention, I'll bring this up a little. I put black ink. I just used my black marker and I went around the outer section just to give it a little more depth. See, this is where if you wanted, you could use, let's say I had put this on a plain cardstock and then just wanted to cut a border. There would be another idea. Cut a border. Put it on white. We could have a white border here and then come back with a print and another one. And like, just go crazy. Add as many layers, as many colors, and use all those fun things that are possibilities. That's part of why when I'm doing classes, I share all the things that go through my head, because there are just so many options. And I like, if you change it up, just make notes and be sure to share with us what you did to change it and have fun with it. I could maybe bring the black magic marker in and do black all the way around, but I didn't on this one. I'm going to set this one aside, put that one over there, and we'll come back to this one. Now, see, now this is where I went to a big base, and this is where if you wanted to cut your base down, okay? The other thing, I'm just looking, like, this is where I'm seeing a lot of blue now, okay? And I'm going, okay. I'm going to tell you what I see and see if I can fix it and show you. I think I need to measure, and I am going to cut out my square for going here. And then from here to this outer piece, I'm going to cut 1/8 of an inch sliver so I have a white border. So make a square, leave a white border, and then come back to the color again. I think that would be beautiful. And that's a great option. Easy, fun. So let me get my... Actually, I'm going to try. I haven't done this, and I didn't plan it ahead. It just hit me now when I see it, and I think, okay, I'm not quite 100% happy with what I'm seeing. So I am going to go only, that's right to the edge. If I go 1/2 inch, I'm going to score lightly. And like I said, I've never done this before, so I'm going to go 1/2 inch. And if I was in the center where I should have been, I should be able to go 1/2 inch all the way around. And I'm trying to keep this easy, 1/2 inch. And 1/2 inch. Well, that one's getting tight. I might have to cheat a little bit. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm now going to score at 3/8. That's the piece I'm going to cut off. So I am just going to score where I want to cut. So basically I have 2 nice straight lines. So if I'm cutting, it makes it easy to see them. There we go. I think I did all 4. And like I said, I'm ad-libbing right now, just giving you some ideas. If you have other ones, then definitely feel free. So now I'm going to come in and cut. See, now at least I can see them. I can put them on. Once I get it started, I might even get my scissors going, okay? I just have not been happy with my scoreboard lately. So I'm going to cut out to the corner, and I'm coming in here with scissors. And I'm now going to cut. Now I'm cutting all the way around the 3/8 one. So I'm just going to go around and around. Now, the only thing I'd like to know for sure, so this is where this should go on there. And I'm just going to mark this. I like to mark things. This should be my top to line up that my paper is being cut properly. See, this is all that fuzzy going on. It was just as easy to use my scissors. And this is going right to the point and almost to the point, almost to the point. But we're just getting a nice little edge. I just really wanted a quick change. I love this way. I got nice straight lines to see. I don't have to question what I'm doing. Scoring it was the perfect way to do it. And there's my top. And when it goes in there, see how we got the white coming out? It's like, instead of matting it with white, we just did a cutout. So you could mat it on white or cut it out. Either way. I just saw this was a smidge crooked right there. Whoops. Now that I put it all over the place. I think that's the one I was looking at. I see things crooked sometimes, and I have to take a smidge off. See, I love that. I like the extra pop of white, and if I can put the sentiment on white and mat it, that's maybe what I'll be looking for. And see, I might do the black outline again. It's either that, if I knew I wanted another color. It could have maybe been put on navy and then hand cut an edge of navy and then put it on this. This is where I still have those other pieces. And this is where I might come back in and try it. You'll have to hang in with me a little bit, and I might quickly start to put together a second one just to show you the different options while we're at it, because these have been going together, some of them really easy. Shelley, if it looks really green to you, it's actually kind of on the tealy colors. I still like it though. And we never know till we try things. And this is where, if we wanted to mat the whole thing on white and then custom cut and come back with another color, that would be another option. There will be so many ways to change this up. Well, just make sure the opening is going the way you like. There, that one's good. I'm happy with that. Just be patient. And the top is over there. See, I had a really light score mark. I like that. Scoring it to cut and do everything worked out. Much easier than going to my cutting board and still not being 100% straight. I don't know how I did things for so long without a scoreboard. I was scoring in my cutting board, but everything was never 100% the way I liked it. I like this. See, this is where you can change your back mats to any size you like. Like I said, I want you to learn to just change things up and look at things and decide what you like or don't like. I do have a few. These are really printed big. I'm not sure I like the big ones. I do like. This is where I often cut them out myself. Sometimes I get them straight, sometimes I have to change them up a bit until you get them going. This is when I see just a smidge going downhill. Holding these in my cutting board is just as difficult as hand cutting. Get them straight. That's better. And a little bit heavy on this side. I think it's a bit heavy. I do like the white though. I will print some, or I will stamp something. I just wanted to show you how grabbing the white would be really good for that. I'm going to grab, now this one's not big enough. I'm testing my scraps here. I have a whole bunch in front of me. Okay, that's envelopes. I don't want envelopes. I want paper. And I like that idea of being able to change color. And I like the idea of, I'd like to try the navy behind. So in order to do navy and have a cut, I have to go a bit wider than that. So I'm going to go 4.5. So I'm going to cut a background base at 4.5. Has Grace popped in? If so, hello, hello. I'm so excited when people share their finished cards. There's a few of you jumping in lately. I know you all don't have the time to do it immediately, so you have 30 days, and after 30 days, I'm a little behind. I got a few to post, but I will go and add anything that's being deleted into the YouTube. So the Embellish Away YouTube will have them set up for you. So now this is white and navy, or on navy direct. Maybe navy direct. I'm just going to grab some blue. Behind me here, I do have a very, very good. Whoa. Sorry about that. My whole stand fell. Give me a second. At least it didn't hang up on me. I had a really, really, really wonderful stand, and it hasn't been the best. It let go in the top portion, but the portion that attached to the desk was much, much, much better than this. So give me a minute. Everything seems to be going the wrong way right now. I gotta get it big enough to go around my table and then come back again. No. Haven't had it do that on me though. It's a little bit crooked for a minute, ladies. I'm trying to make sure I get it tight enough. It definitely was not behaving. Okay, so we're almost back again. There we go. I see it's way, way over. I don't know if the balance on it is bad. I might have to invest in another one. Like I said, the best one I had didn't last very long, and that's when I changed to the new one. And I just haven't totally been happy with it. Okay, I'm just going to cut this by hand. Okay, and this is where you need your markings. And see, I'm at 4 1/2, so that's 2 1/4. 2 1/4 by 2 1/4. So this is for your placement. And this is where I have my same pieces from before. And I went with this, 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 and this. So if you hang in and you're making another one, or if you are busy, you can come back and watch later. Because I'm just going to play for a quick second here. And fold. Like I said, we only need such little bits of print. But I am nosy about knowing what a dark background might look like, because I haven't done that yet. I hadn't done this yet either, and I really do like that with the extra white. So even the extra white and some navy might look really, really cool. I do like going the 1 1/2 inches instead of 1 1/2 on the pieces. I think it's just making a really great size. It's filling in a bit more of the card than when you do it the other way. This is where, when you have, like I said, the 2-inch ones were just a little big. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's see how quick we can get these guys on. I'll follow my map. I still do that too because it sure makes it easier. I wasn't joking when it's nice to have those squares, the corners. We have to have square corners and then let it go where it falls. So the first one was, the square corner was over here and straight up and down. So into the corner, up the line, and there's the first square. The next square is down, well, up and over. Just look at them so you get them going the right way. Up from the center and over. Next one is up and in. See, that's Easter paper. I see a little Easter bunny. I was grabbing from scraps. Okay, from the corner and in. Whoops. As soon as I moved my finger, I pulled it. Get in there. I do like scoring. I like doing that scoring edge. And this one goes across and down. This one I got a little wavy going on. I'm going to have to overlap when I glue a little, I think. Okay, what did I say? Over and down. Whoops. Over and down. I like what I see on the blue right now. Okay, this one should be this way and down. I'm going fast now, so if you're watching it the first time, we did it slower. Yeah, see, that's working. It's getting there. This one is over and up. Look for that square corner. Don't worry about the funny angles. I'm not even looking at those. Just find your square corner. Square corner, over and up. Next one is down and out. See how nice this glue is getting into the corners? I love that. Okay, up and straight. Up here. Oops, way up to the line. And in. And this one is out, straight out and up. I've had a couple cuts that are a little crooked, but they're still going into line, so don't worry about them. Okay, straight out. And I have to pull this one in a bit. Just make it fit. Get it into the center and your edges meeting. I like that. See, with the navy, I kind of like that. That's cool. But now I'm going to show you what my idea was originally. This is where I would like to see if it's bordered. So I am just going to hand cut. I think this would just give you another element that would be fun. And I'm not even sure what it's going on or what I have handy. But I like that we have another option here of another color. And if anybody does anything different, be sure to share, because we are always looking for inspiration. And inspiration is whatever somebody sees. You can change them to make them your own. Ooh, that is cool. Now, I don't even have, let me see. I got extra paper out ready, because I never know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back again. So for 5.5 by 5.5, I need to go 5.5 by 11. Oops, sorry, I'm out of screen a bit here. And fold in half. Oops, see, there's that edge again. There we go. And for now, I'm just going to put it, oh, isn't that pretty? See, I love that. I even love it on the white. It's not filling the whole card the way I like. There's my little burrs. But see, that's a great way to start. I love that. And this is where we could come back with just a blue border, and that would leave white again, only it would be cut out white, which might be really quite pretty. So if I do the same thing, so if I cut, I'm going to just cut a square for starters and see what happens. And see if I do my border like I did the last one. So if I do 3/8, I'm going to just try scoring 3/8 around like I did the last one and see what it looks like. I know, it pops it, doesn't it? Okay, so if I go 3/8, see, this is where I used to go in my paper trimmer and just do it. But I didn't always have everything exactly straight the way I liked it. I am really enjoying this. Now, I'm just going to stab. I'm going to get in here and go out to the outer edge. Once you get going, then you have enough leeway to go around. I'm excited to see what everybody's doing, and it like I said, when somebody else does it with different paper, each one just has a really special look. See, if I even tip that a bit, I kind of like it. It's changing the design of it. Just tip it slightly. That's kind of pretty. I like the white. Maybe you don't love it, but I do, and that's what counts. So I'm just going to add glue to the border and then reposition it in the center. I am going to look to print some more and stamp some more sentiments. Never worry about sentiments for things because I have lots of cards without them on. And then as I need a card, I go to my unsentimented cards and I can put on anything I like. So if you haven't done that before, you might want to start doing it because it does come in handy. Because sometimes cards they can still look great. And your options of best wishes, congratulations, happy birthday. The only ones I'm really, you have to be careful if it's for wedding cards. And I watch for sentiments for sympathy. I'm a little pickier. But when it comes to those standard, just best wishes and way to go and congrats, there is lots of different images that can be used. Well, I hope what you're seeing, and I hope you like it. Because like I said, see this one, when I did that, see how it's close to the points there? I'm just going to tip it. Just tip it. I love that. A little more white all the way around. Doesn't have to be straight. The other ones were perfectly straight, and see they're going a little wider. So I'm going to put the glue on, and then we're going to tip it just a little. And friendly reminder, going into November, hopefully we are heading south. And I will have to take a little bit of time off to travel. And on the way, we always go to see my grandson play usually 2 games of hockey because he's in the States. And then we have 2-3 days there, and then we start traveling south. So when I'm busy doing that, I'll have a little vacay, and then when I'm organized in Florida, we will do this some more because I think I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun, and I look forward to doing them with you. Okay, so instead of straight, we want that little bit of an angle. There we go. Space, space, a little bit of space. Okay, so just checking space all the way around. So now we have a really nice section. There we go. And this is where, like I said, I will have to take a look at getting some sentiments. These are a little big. And I will come back with my finished cards. I love the dark blue. I like the white space. I like the white space there. I think it might be fun. Like I said, the other one I did, I just carefully took my black marker, black pen. Oop. You have to be careful. You just have to go slow. And I like it heavy enough that it pops it. That's like having an extra background that's cut really, really skinny. And if you don't like markering them, then don't. It's to each their own. You just never know what you like unless you try it. There. Can't even tell where top and bottom is. There we go. There we go. So there we go. 2 fun cards. Slight alterations in each. And my original, I tried the 5x7. Just gives you a very nice variety to change things up and do them the way you like them. So I want to thank you for joining me today. I'll see you again next week. Have a great weekend. And be sure to share your finished cards. We always look forward to seeing them. Have a great day.